I hope you don't mind if I continue. I was thinking about Ted Kaczynski. He's someone who would definitely fall under a person who had been put under something that was unbearable. And I don't know if anyone's read the articles or not. Weirdly, there was even one in Atlantic, which kind of goes back and forth in how it deals with things. But it was an article about a professor of his, and he had been pushed up through the ranks at a young age. So, he was at Harvard, but he was only 16. So he was very vulnerable, not friends with anyone there, had no social life, had come from somewhere else. And this professor would just test him day and night, all the time, until he was really put into a double bind. When you think about it, like, if you pollute, if this happens, then this happens, and then what about this? And when you just keep going into it, it just, and no one supposedly even knew about this professor's experiments. All this kind of came out when the professor unexpectedly died, like before retiring, and someone went to go, clean out his room, and he had a huge closet full of nothing but just totally bizarre, totally full of tormenting tests and procedures that had been done upon Ted Kaczynski that no one ever knew about. And, you wonder about these professors and these different people. I looked into a college last night where one of the people there had been the CEO of a boys ranch that got busted for pedophilia. But boys ranches are definitely a place, and there's something about mind control that settles into these places and looks heavily for victims. So we really have to be vigilant about all of this, do we not? And see what we can do to help the vulnerable in this society. Because right now the vulnerable in this society, the children, are actually the targets. Our children are nothing but targets for really horrible people's really stupid ideas, And then you have kind of these little shadowy psyop people running around in the background, tormenting different people for different reasons. Even some not even in an agency, just like a cult of one or whatever, like that professor with Kaczynski. And maybe he was tied to part of a network. Maybe maybe the article was a cover-up trying to say he's a lone nut professor when, maybe he was doing the bidding of whatever. So we might not know the end-all, be-all of that, but it is something that happened that was very intense. It happened at Harvard, and, it's just kind of pathetic that everywhere we look, we just see this, I think, and I'm using the term metaphorically here, but Saturn's cube, this oppression beyond oppression of, not oppression in the word used by, so-called cultural Marxists, but, oppression as in the oppression of thought itself, right? Of the ability to somehow be. And so, I don't know. I'm just kind of going to let my mind wander about these different rival agencies that kind of come into people's lives and disrupt them. Even if they have one, they're totally disrupted. But I don't know why I started thinking of something like that. I just feel that it's sort of in the air, and that it would be interesting if anyone else had anything to say about it. If maybe there's one agency trying to maybe it's like a bad B movie, huh? One agency is trying to microwave this guy's brain, and the other one wants to protect him because they know he can be a perfect assassin in Morocco, whatever. So anyway, have a fabulous, fabulous day and enjoy wherever you are on this beautiful earth. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let me know if you have any questions at all, because that's what we're here for. Take care. Bye.